All right, it is February 19th, 2025. This is the beginning of the video logs that I will be posting in addition to the text logs that I do. Those logs are there to record my progress, because I like to document my progress, and to hold myself accountable. This is how I make sure that I show up to work every day. I try to have an entry for every day if I can. And yeah, it usually means I have to make a little bit of progress somehow. So at least every day I'm moving forward a little bit. So we're going to be starting with violin practice. I have played violin in middle school. The orchestra, I did not get any private lessons. I played along with the class. The teacher taught the whole class at the same time. It was like 30 people, so we didn't really get one-on-one specifics on how to actually get good at the violin. It wasn't like too serious. It was just like a school thing. But so I never actually got good at the violin. I'm familiar with it, so it doesn't feel too awkward to play, but I am basically starting from scratch. I haven't touched violin in about 7-8 years. So yeah, I am basically starting from scratch. I have to relearn the fundamentals. And I got the violin in December, about 2 months ago. I practiced a little bit, but then I wanted to get more videos out, Complete Breakfast and Be Mine. Be Mine was time sensitive. I wanted to get that out for Valentine's Day, so I just put everything into that. Did not have time to practice this, but I did get a little bit before, so about 2 weeks. Now I'm back. Started practicing after I posted Be Mine, probably around Valentine's Day, the 14th. So I've been doing this for about 5 days, just experimenting, trying to learn the fundamentals, Google stuff, watch YouTube videos, make sure I'm properly learning the right way so I don't have to go back and fix things again. I've had experience with instruments before. I have guitar, so I know that foundations are super important. I know I have to be relaxed. I should position my fingers to be as efficient as possible and consistent as possible. So that's what I'm working on. So let's go through my recording setup. Instead of just practicing to a metronome, we have this, what you can see here. I got my music stand where I have Essential Elements Book 1. I also have until Book 3 that I got from middle school. I don't know if you can see, there is a tuner to make sure that I can just look past my violin right there to see if I'm in tune or not. And I also have these monitors here. That one shows me the waveform of whatever I record, so I can see if I am on time. I can visually see if I'm on time. I can also see how, like, my attack of the violin, it's like sometimes I don't bow and get the full tone immediately. Like, I don't know if you can hear that, but I've noticed that I can see it. There's exactly 60 milliseconds of delay. Well, not always exactly, but it's somewhere around there. So there's somewhere around 60 milliseconds of delay before I get the full tone, which is nice that I can actually see that. Instant feedback from recording. So what I do, I'm about to play, I go click. I got this wireless keyboard, super cheap down here. I click R to record, and then I click space to start. Play my thing, stop, take a look at what I played. If I did something wrong, I'm going to take note of that, and I'm going to immediately try to fix it. So that way I don't drill any bad habits. I do not want to drill any bad habits, but when I'm starting off, it's going to be a little tricky because there's a lot of components to playing violin. Violin, I would say, is a really difficult instrument, and yet I'm doing it. I spent $1,400 on this setup, but instead of buying like a sample library, which I could have been way cheaper, but it is an electric violin. I like violin. I like the things that you can do with it. It is actually, even though I haven't played it in a few, like 8 years, I find it to be more intuitive than guitar because it is tuned in fifths. all fifths, while guitar is fourths, and then the B string is a little wacky and just it's just wacky. This is way more intuitive to me. I still like guitar though. There's a lot you can do with it, but I want to learn violin. It also, I don't know if I said this already. Hopefully I did. But you can plug this into an amp, into effects. Since I already play electric guitar, I already built up a collection of virtual amps because I'm not buying a physical pedal. Those are like $100 each or something, or $50. So I just buy a amp modeler, and it works great. I can do so much with this. This is also a 5-string. Wait, did I even go over the model? I don't remember what I said. Hopefully I don't. I'm not going back through anything. This is a YEV5 5-string electric violin. I got a low C, like a viola. And this is just going to give me lots of options to work with. So, this is my setup. Let's get into the actual practice. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, violin's a difficult instrument. I mean, just intonation, that is just a constant battle that I just have to constantly work on that to get right, because just being slightly off is gonna mess that up. Gotta to make sure I have a good hand frame, tapping fast enough so that I don't have a weird sound when I'm bowing while I'm trying to release and then it sounds wrong. And then there's bowing, which I have to make sure I'm relaxed, and then I have to bow smoothly, and the point where I bow at, and the speed, and the pressure of the bow, and then all of these things combine. It's a difficult instrument. So anyways, let's show you how good I am with only like basically a few days of getting back into this. Alright, already off. I'm already playing F. Okay, so in the past few days I developed the proper hand frame. At first I wasn't doing it, and my hand was like kind of more like out here, but then it just kind of clicked, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so much more consistent. I mean, I'm not in tune, but at least I am consistently out of tune. I was like, what I just played was a chunk of it was flat. I can see it on my tuner right there. So yeah, that's nice. I'm building up the foundations. I have a whiteboard over here telling me the things I need to work on. Yeah, I just got to make sure I do all that. So I'm just going to start playing some stuff now. Not to a metronome, because I forgot to put on my headset, and I don't feel like taking the camera off. So yeah, I'm starting off with the first section of bowing in this book. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see anything because the camera's attached to my face. Not to my face, to my head. Just gonna get myself in tune real quick. I've already improved quite a bit within the past 5 days. Like, just getting this hand frame, I am like way more in tune. And also practicing being relaxed also helps a lot. Still got a long way to go though. Still not fully in tune, but whatever. That wasn't too bad intonation-wise. It's so nice how it just the harmonics ring out, the overtones ring out when I'm in tune. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is just ringing this D string like crazy when I'm playing this D. Probably not as much as an acoustic violin. I feel like the feedback would be better there, but I get a little bit on an electric. Oh shoot, there's a repeat. Oops. Oh, that was I didn't lift too much there. That is something I need to work on. Getting the lift. I'll drill that down later. I don't have my metronome on, so that's probably not good. This is just mainly a demonstration of what it looks like. So when I practice, I'll do like my metronome and record. Then I'll stop. I'll do that for like 5-10 minutes. I'll stop. I'll take a quick break. Think about what I just did. Go back. What I don't want to do is just sit here for like 4 hours straight. That just seems too much. If I practice well, I can practice less, and that's more efficient, and I'd prefer to do that because I want to get to game development eventually. I have a funny idea. So yeah, this is a demonstration of what my practice is going to look like for violin, and hopefully, no, I will get better. I want to get better because I have cool ideas that require violin, and I'm going to turn them into reality. So yeah, that's today's log done.